Hello there, everyone. TheAndrata here, and welcome back to episode 12 of our Enigmatica 6 Expert Let's Play series, where today we are finally diving into the magic mods. Let's get started. Welcome back, my friends. Today, we are going to finally begin diving into magic in Enigmatica 6. I think we've pretty much come to a point. There is some more we could do with tech. We could get the magma crucible going and getting into tinkers, which we will do at some point. We're going to have to. It's part of our gates and everything. But I think we're going to dive into some magic mods and start working towards this chapter and getting what we can completed. Especially Eidolon. I don't remember if I mentioned this, but a while back, the witch respawned over there for our village, or that's in our mine. And so I was able to toss her the book to get the first mystical sign. And I've been waiting for a cleric. We need to go find a cleric and give him the book so that he can do the thing with it as well and give us the other sign. But in the interim, we're kind of stuck. But what we need to do with Eidolon is pray. So we need to get our Eidolon altar set up and all of that good stuff, so that way we can get things going. So we need like the altar, the wooden altar. We need 3 of those. We need the effigy, which is still the same. We're going to want some candles, which is not an easy craft. Requires us to get into blood magic, so we're not going to be getting into that. I believe we do have a skull in the system, though, that we can use that will help us with Eidolon when we get to that point. Just adding things to our to-do list. We're going to go through the quest book, of course, but I want to go ahead and get things added, because for Eidolon specifically, the prayer mechanic can take a while for us to be able to progress with it. So we really need to get this started. And then go further into the other mods as we can. But we need to get the prayer mechanic going just so that we can get started with that. So I'm going to go ahead. We'll go ahead and start this. So what do we need for this? We need brown stained plank slabs. Is this accurate? Like, this is actually what we need? Is spruce planks and a brown dye? Okay. I do have some cocoa beans. Not a lot. We can do red and green mixed brown. I'm just trying to see what our best option here is, because we need, I think, 2 sets of these. If I throw in some of those cocoa beans that I have, I can get extra, right? Let's do 3 of these. I don't want to go too crazy. But I should be able to drop these into here. Give them a few seconds. You can see it's processing, and then I can get my brown dye out. So that works. So we need these brown stained planks, which is this recipe, so we can put the brown dye away. And let's get 2 sets of these, I guess. Okay. And then I did end up putting an infinite water source in here, so I moved our crafting table up to the top. So let's get some brown stained planks, and not that, but plank slabs is you, and then that's you. Ultimately, I need 3 of these things, so let's see, what am I making? So I need a total of, I need 12 of these vertical slabs. Okay. Okay, so there's 12 of those. And then I need 9 regular slabs. Okay. And then I just need some scented sticks. And I'm going to need a total of 6 scented sticks. I think I should have, Really need to get into our bees, too, for sure. Because we're starting to run low on honey in our system, like honeycombs. I guess we have an okay amount of honeycombs, but the beeswax we're running low on too. So yeah. So that takes care of the wooden altar. We need some wheat. Our farm should have been producing us a good amount of wheat over here. So if I pop over this way, we should be able to, yeah, we should have some. Good. Wow, those source berries grow quick, don't they? And that's Demon Stream. Okay. And we're doing good. We're back stuffed. Oh my god, look at all this wood. Jeez Louise. I probably should just like turn this off or get the upgrades going for the chest there, because it just grows so fast. Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that out, because it's gonna end up being a problem at some point. It'll jam up our thing is what'll happen. Okay, let's get the straw effigy. Let's do it in here. And we'll grab our skull that we need. Let's check out our quests, make sure that we're getting... Oh, look, it gave us candles, and it gave us a zombie head. That's good. Now, let's take a look in our book, right? So if we go into our theurgy section and we take a look at our altar skulls, what's the best? So a zombie head is going to give us 1 capacity, 1 power, and a skeleton skull is going to give us 2 capacity. I'm not entirely sure what's better, capacity or power, but I'm going to say power, probably. If we're going in order of, you know, it's skeleton, zombie, wither skeleton, if we look at it that way, capacity seems to be like it's not the best of anything. Where do we want to put this altar? Temporarily, for now, we're just going to place it here and get our stuff set up. So we're going to get our straw effigy placed here. We can get our zombie head here and our consecrated candle, and that gets us started here with Eidolon. And so we can start doing our prayer, which is going to be, if we take a look at our book, we have the dark prayer, which is 3 of these eyes, right? Bam, bam. And that means the lightning sounds mean we gained favor with the Dark Lord. Now, every time we gain favor, it has a potential to unlock something new, but not always. We're not always going to unlock something new. But our favor with the Dark Lord is increased. So next time we pray, potentially we'll unlock something. Now, we can't pray again if we try. We can only do this once per Minecraft day. If I try again, it's going to make the sound of water and lava. Can't pray again. Dark Lord only listens to you once. But we want to do this, make sure we're doing this every day. That way we can, you know, make sure we're getting all the benefit, because we're going to need to dive into that a little further. You may have seen in my inventory, I have a enchanting table as well as a bunch of bookshelves. We ended up having just enough books. We had 59 books, and it takes 45 to make the 15 bookshelves. I want to go ahead and get this set up so I can maybe get in Silk Touch, our exchanging gadget, because part of our quests that we're going to be doing going forward are going to require us to get coral, and in order to get coral, we're going to need Silk Touch. So I went ahead and made the exchanging gadget. Like I said, it's for some reason, no, because this is the full one. Exchanging. If we take a look at this one, which is the empty one, you can't check the recipe of the full one. This is all that it required. Aluminum plates, signalum gears, all this stuff we had already made, except for the lime stained glass. It is specifically lime stained glass, but that was easy enough to make because we have lime flowers right over there. So I just went and grabbed one of those, chopped it up, I milled it up in our millstone and did the thing. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and actually shut this thing off. Go ahead and just shut off right there. Bam. And then I will manually chop down this spruce tree, which for my ads is probably going to break as expected. We're going to do this. Get rid of all these. Bam. Stop. Just be done with your processing here. Okay. Just for a little bit. I'm not, just for a little while. I can actually take a little bit of these and go put them into our system at home. But yeah, overall, you're like overflowing. We unlocked the horseshoe trinket, by the way, which is pretty good. If we look at our stuff, we are starting to get kind of full on our inventory, but we still have all of these to go. So I think we'll be okay for a little while. I'm not too necessarily worried about it. Let's check out that trinket that we unlocked. Let me unbookmark these things. And we haven't actually activated any of our trinkets. Oh yeah, because I had the spider set up initially and it was driving me nuts. So we have the spider. You can climb the wall like a spider. Butcher's cleaver, chance of dropping bones when killing animals. Meh. Piggy, you can ride a saddled pig without the needs of a carrot on a stick. Meh. Or horseshoe, you can step 1 block height without the needs of jumping. I mean, I technically already have step up, step assist with the oh, that's not a proper block. The bunny shoes give us step assist. But whatever. We'll equip it. It doesn't hurt. I need to go ahead and actually repair all my tools after mining. In the nether. That's why I have 37 levels. I went and got some more nether quartz. Nether quartz is probably the easiest thing to get for experience because it does give you quite a lot of it. So yeah, that's what I did. So let's go ahead and set up our enchanting table real quick. And it's just going to be a temporary setup. It's not going to permanently sit here, but we're going to go ahead and do something like so. Yeah. And then if we do this, we should get level 30 enchants. But we still don't have Silk Touch, which is not what I want to see, because I don't have very many levels to play with here. And I don't... what about a grindstone? Standard recipe for this? Yes. No. What? Let's do this recipe. Stone slab not found. Well, that can be resolved. We should still have some stone. And then a grindstone. That way I can enchant this and take the enchant off. Yeah, because you get the item back when you do this, right? Yeah. Okay. So, 1 enchantment level. Okay. I need books, though, don't I? No. Okay, cool. Silk Touch? No. Come on. Silk Touch. Bam. Got it. There we go. So now we have Silk Touch on our exchanging gadget. This is a fantastic way to farm Silk Touch, by the way, is the exchanging gadget, because it can literally only roll Soulbound and it's Silk Touch on there. Reactive comes from Ars Nouveau, which it doesn't actually roll on there. But now that we have Silk Touch available to us, we can actually, Silk Touch items like blocks and stuff. It works great. Even if you're mining and stuff, you can Silk Touch as needed. So, like, for example, if we come out here and we use our exchanging gadget and we set it to, the dirt that we have here. If I want to exchange for this grass block, I can. And look, I got a grass block. Easy as that. And we can exchange anything we want, basically. There is a hotkey for this. If we go into controls and we go to category building gadgets, G is usually the default for the settings menu. What else is using G? The Jetpack's hover mode, and the Jetpack's hover mode generally does take over, but we have a whole bunch of settings. We can choose the range if we want to exchange a bunch of things. This is what I'm going to use to go ahead and clean up our downstairs. So I'll set this to some sort of block. I'm not entirely 100% sure what I want yet. Let's look at a stone cutter so I can maybe make some nice blocks. Yeah, you're fairly cheap to make, so I'll go ahead and make that, and then I'll pick different blocks in between episodes. I don't know if I necessarily need... well, we'll leave all this stuff. Okay, enough dilly-dallying, enough chit-chatting. Let's go ahead and get into magic mods. So, if we take a look at our quests, let's see, we did the Eidolon. If we take a look at our Magic Apprentice, if we start this quest off, that gives you a little bit of lore, but it tells you need some sort of lightning creation tool. So if we grab some lightning arrows, that's what we need, is a lightning arrow. So that's going to finish off that quest for us. And then we're going to need Heart of the Sea and Nautilus, which we do have. So we have 3 Heart of the Sea and 24 Nautilus. Now, I know that it's going to take 4 Nautilus per craft that we're going to do here. So we have 3, so we can do 12. And 12. I don't know why I didn't just split that stack. So we're going to be able to do this as our craft, which will get us 3 of the conduits that we're working on crafting, which is our next step, conduits. So what do we need for conduits? Well, we need source gems. So we're going to do 3 of those, and I have 3 of them sitting over here. Okay. We're also going to need some fluorite. And I have some because we find it during mining. It's not terribly too rare. So we're going to want 6 of these. Okay. And then we're going to want 6 lapis as well. Now we want to double check that we have everything that we're going to need for this. And we can bulk craft, which is a good thing. So we need 1 heart of the sea and 4 nautilus shells. So 1 heart of the sea, 4 nautilus shells. We're going to need 1 source gem, 2 fluorite, and 2 lapis. Okay. And then if we just double those numbers, 4, 4, 2, 8, and 2. So we're good to go. We don't have to worry about it. So this is everything we're going to need. I'm going to go ahead and actually take my magnet off and just throw that in my backpack real quick. We're going to want somewhere to build this. Let's just get deep slate because I know I have a ton of it. And we're going to set this up outside somewhere. We're not going to do, I don't think, well, I mean, we are going to do a bunch of this crafting. So I'm not going to say we're not going to do terribly too much of it, but I will say we're not going to do much of it right now. So let's go ahead and just set this up. I don't know how this is going to work, but I know I'm going to be summoning lightning, which can catch things on fire. So we're going to go ahead and just build a little stone platform kind of thing that we're going to build up just so I have somewhere where I can fire. So what I ultimately want to have happen is all of our items to fall into this block space. Okay. And then I just need to fire my arrow. Right? And since it's the only arrow I have, it should theoretically work. Let's hope this works because we don't have any more Heart of the Seas. So let's go ahead and boom. Got it. Let's pick everything up. I don't want it to burn. And we got it. Conduits. Bam. Crafted. And that is the core recipe for pretty much everything in any magic mod. So we have a couple of things that we need to get into. First, we need to get into ours and start getting ourselves some source. It's interesting that we have to get into that first. Oh, this doesn't require any source to actually craft the agronomic source link because we have, crop growth over here. So we want to go ahead and set up the agronomic source link so that way we can start getting source going with ours and start getting that built up. So yeah, let's go ahead and go into our base and start crafting some stuff up. So we have 2 branches we can go into. We can go into ours or we can go into Eidolon even more, but eventually they're going to merge back together. And they're going to merge back together actually fairly quickly. So it's not like we're terribly too off. Trust ghosts. Their knowledge both of this plane and beyond the veil is invaluable. Speak to them regularly and bring offerings to them to honor them. Okay. So this is Eidolon is going to require this. It's going to require a cooking pot and a stove. And then if we look at Ars Nouveau, we're going to need an enchanting apparatus and arcane pedestals. Now the arcane stone comes from what? Lightning channeling again? Yeah. Clay, appetite, and a source gem is going to be what gets us arcane stone. So we're going to have to do some more lightning channeling. But again, we can bulk craft that, so that'll be good. But we need pedestals in order to do this. Warding stone is arcane stone. So we can't really do this part just yet, but we'll get there. And then how many of those pedestals are we going to ultimately end up needing? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, we're going to need a lot. So let's go ahead and take a look at our quest book for Ars Nouveau and get this guy kicked off. So we're going to have to create a novice spell book. That should be fairly easy to do. And then enchanting is where we're headed. Like immediately we're going into the enchanting apparatus section because that's what we need to be able to do things. So we're going to need to make all of these things. Okay. Okay, cool. All right, let's do Eidolon first, since we're going to be using the, or get into the crafting and stuff with that. So we're going to need a brazier, which going to require us to make pewter. Pewter is going to be lead and iron in our induction smelter. So let's grab a stack of that and then have it. And then grab a stack of iron and then have it. It's easier to just do it this way than trying to click through that 32 times. And this should get us a stack of pewter. We can actually go ahead and speed this guy up. Okay. So that's our conduits. That's going to get us our brazier. Remember, we have caulks of end that we got from exploring, so that's actually pretty great. Didn't have to worry about that. Nether brick fence is going to require us to get nether bricks. So if we have some netherrack, which we do, we can go ahead and smelt that up. We do have a few nether bricks of both types, actually, so we're not too super worried about that either. Let's go ahead and speed this guy up too. Okay. So that's going to get us the nether bricks. And then we're going to want the nether brick fence. Not nether brick road. Okay. So there's our fence. And that should be everything once I put this and this in here. And that gets us the brazier. Oh, and the caulks of end is over here. I really should just dump all this stuff into my system. Honestly, I forgot that that chest was there holding all this stuff. So that gets us the brazier. And then we're going to need a cooking pot, which is going to require a brick, which is just some clay. Do I have any bricks? I do. So we should just be able to craft this. Yes. We're going to need more than one of these cooking pots from what I understand. So just something to keep in mind. And then let's, we need 4 bricks here. And that gets us a stove from Farmer's Delight. Except we need a campfire. Bam and bam. Excuse me? Stove. Get all this stuff out of here. Request. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's try this again. Campfire. Request. And then a stove. Request. Okay, there we go. Now that completes that quest. Okay, so if we go back up here into our technology, or I mean our magic, we've done this, and our next step is to make gold inlays. Now, conveniently, we actually have gold inlay, or well, we have arcane gold that we got from a quest again, so we don't have to worry about actually crafting this, because I believe to craft this, you need conduits. If you want to do the... Yeah, if you don't have enchanted ash, which is... Yeah, why would you want to do it that way? Oh, because this requires source. There's a way without source, but that requires conduit to make. But we didn't have to do that. We already made it. We're good to go. Okay. And then all of that is leading us to being able to make these catalysts to be able to go off-world into the Undergarden so we can get into blood magic, and then Item so we can get into, well, Item. I don't know... Yeah, this is going to be our recipe for this. So in total, we're going to need 6 of these arcane. Oh, and I have enough to make 4. So I'll be able to go to the Undergarden, but I won't be able to go to Item yet. Right? Right. So we need to get into ours. Okay, so that's basically, that's what that's telling us. We need to get into Ars Nouveau in order to be able to do any of this stuff. Now I'm curious, it had us make this brazier. What did we need to make this in the stone for? This is casting rituals. Because we need like the stone hands from Eidolon. What's your recipe? Your standard recipe. So we can start getting into soul shards. Okay. One thing, you know what I need to do while it's on my mind, and we're talking about Eidolon, I need cardboard from Mechanism. And you are made by doing what? Pulverizing any kind of log. It's on my mind. I want to go ahead and get this set up so that I can get... yeah, give me sawdust. Oh, and you're going to give me 8 per. Jeez Louise, that's going to be a lot of sawdust. All right. Cardboard box, because I want to go back to the nether here and go to that zombie pigman spawner. Forgot how dark it is here in the nether. We're going to pick this up And so now I have a spawner for... Hey, pick that back up. I don't have my magnet on me. Now I have a spawner that I can use for Eidolon soul shard farming. That's what I wanted the cardboard box for. And we'll also go ahead and just get another one because they're super handy to have in case you ever are out in the wild and need stuff. So we'll set this here. We have this going, and yeah, basically that's kind of where we're sort of at. So we need to start working on getting into ours, which means I need to get this arcane stone, clay, apatite, and source gem. And that makes 4. So if I wanted to make a stack of this, I gotta bust out my calculator here. Calculator. So I need a total of 48 clay. So give me that. 48 clay. And then, what is it? 16. We're doing 16 total crafts, right? 64 divided by 4 is 16. Yeah, so I need 16 source gems and 16 apatite. I don't think I have 16 source gems available. Oops, wrong button. I have 8. So we can do half a stack. So let's have this and have this. And then we can do this as lightning craft, and that'll get us some more arcane stone. I just want to be conservative with our lightning arrows. Now, granted, I am in a biome where I can get snowballs easily. And again, I always forget about my map. I really need to go and fix that. Every time I finish an episode, I always get distracted and start working on other things, and I forget to go check out the config option for the config option. I was mentioned in the comments by someone, it's a journey map config option that disables the FTB map by default. Literally that's all I need to do is change that, but I keep forgetting to go do so. Trash can. Let's throw this regular arrow away. I'm also going to unbookmark the exchanging and the destruction gadget for now. Okay. Clay ball, apatite, source gem. We're going to fire our arrow at that. Give me that stuff. Hey. Excuse me? Hello? Oh my goodness. You guys are probably yelling at me in the comments. It is clay blocks, not clay balls of clay. All right, well, we're gonna have to do this again. I know that I have source gem ore down in my basement here in my mine, so I'll go ahead and grab all that in between episode and we'll get some more. It's not that big of a deal. Just wasted a lightning arrow, but again, we can get the snowballs. We can get charged snowballs fairly easily from, you know, just fluorite, snowball, and then cloud in a bottle, which the cloud in a bottle is gained if we just pillar up. We can get some bottles between levels 126 and 132. We'll get those. So yeah, anyway, that's going to be it for today's episode. If you enjoyed our first introduction dive into magic, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe. You have tips for any magic, like conduit production, any specific pathway I should go with ours, whatever. If you guys have been playing along and you've got any tips, let me know. Otherwise, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good one.